Origin feeding.
Hello and good evening, everyone. It's so wonderful to have you on board again. Now, I know you heard a little bit about what we're doing tonight from David, but let me just go through it again. As you can see, we have the drone, and we're doing something we've done before, but we're doing it a little bit differently. We do apologize for the previous tech issues, but we will be very, very successful, I think. Isn't it so cool that we can actually see the drone and the images? So we're out here in quarantine, everyone. So what we're going to do is search an ID. So it's not the same as a safari. Don't even think about it as the same. What we're going to do is we're just going to search with the drone, and then we're going to call in David, who's on the vehicle, into a hotspot, and we're going to try and identify it. So first I'm going to have a guess and figure out what it is that we see. It's just a guess, and then David's going to go in and say, actually, Trishala, you were absolutely wrong. So here we go, everyone. The drone is flying over quarantine. Let's have a look at any hotspots. So at the moment, we see impalas, and you can see them clustered. You might see it there on the left of your screen, coming up to the center left of your screen now. Those are not what we're looking for. We're looking for nocturnal animals. So off we go. Now our drone pilot is Daniel, so you might hear Daniel and I communicating as we move through quarantine. So at the moment our drone is moving in a southerly direction, and we're going to keep on going. At the moment I just see trees and lots of them. It's very easy to see a well-defined spot, and that's what we're looking for. Now there's an animal there to the right of the screen. It looks a little impala-y. It's just near that junction, and it's now in the center of the screen. So we're going to get Daniel to put it right there. Let's have a look. Alright, those ears to me look like impala, so let's swing past that. Keep on moving, really nice. Some more impala. Also, if you didn't know, everybody, I'm sure you should know by now that this is happening live from the Sabi Sands. You are seeing what I'm seeing right now. Cool. So Daniel just said that he wants to stop her for a bit. I absolutely agree. It also makes it a little bit easier to see if there's movement. You're going to hear me speaking to Daniel, you're going to hear me speaking to David, you're going to hear David speaking to me. You're going to hear it all, and you're going to be part of it all as we start to search an ID together. We're going to do a little rotation. I don't see anything moving, so let's keep on going. We're looking for nocturnal creatures, guys. We're looking for maybe leopards even coming out and being active during this time. And remember that we haven't quite gotten into it just yet. We're still just chatting to each other. But once we get going, we're going to be chatting to each other very little. And I'm going to be all about talking to Daniel, the pilot, and talking to David. We're quite high up. Are we going to turn the drone a little to the west? So a little right.
slack up on the cable for me. Just was supposed to go. It's good. I'm not too far from it. I can go up a bit.
Now where I want to get to, Daniel, is that corner out there of quarantine that we checked out last night.
Okay.
We were having a look around there. I think that's a good spot.
That's going more right then.
Yeah. Ooh, I see something there.
Okay.
On the right hand side of the screen. Quite a bright spot. So we're very high at the moment, so we're just going to get down a little bit. And now I am going to get a hold of David. So what I'm doing now is just explaining the process to you, so you get exactly what it is that we're doing and that we're all doing together and live. And then once it gets going, you'll just get to listen in. We get to experience this together. David.
Oh, well, it was a snack. It was a tasty snack of some sort. So it is getting quite late for the meerkats, but based on the weather is one of the reasons why they're staying close to home. That puffadder seems to be slithering past, so it's going really slowly, but it is going past. Good thing for them. And then you little pups.
So earlier on we had this lion call one very desperate attempt, which I'm thinking is to try and find the rest of the pride members. So the small group of lions might possibly be in this area. One lioness in there is also his sister. But he's been looking in that direction for a while, and he's been hearing something there. I'm not sure what. Something that I can't hear from here. But I do know that every noise there's a lot of impalas nearby, and some of them are still rutting. So every time they call and it sounds a little bit like a alarm call, he picks up his head and he looks and listens. Which might also be because it might be an indication of other lions in the area. So he's a bit in between two spaces. I think the reality of the two males we heard calling earlier this morning being a threat to him now is starting to dwindle. I don't think they'll come all this way, come looking for him. He's moved off. While we sit here and see if he eventually makes a move, we'll head back to Lauren with the wild dogs.
So we found these few spots. They're kind of in the middle of the screen there.
David, we are live again.
I guessed antelope, but we're sending David in to have a look and see what it actually is. That's all what it's all about. Search&ID gives us an opportunity to see what's out there at night So I'm waiting for David's vehicle to get in. So Daniel, David has to be actually in front of the drone because of the angle.
So pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
If he has it, yeah.
Okay, copy that. David, so you need to move further in front of the drone. So think almost...
So I'll fly towards the spot, and then he must just keep going in front of it. And
Okay.
that's going to be the best, because it's straight in front of her now.
Yeah, it's
I'll
just...
move forwards a bit.
Alright, it's
and
just
then
in the middle of the block, so he'll have to navigate his way. David, keep going. The drone is going to move now,
Yeah.
and you're going to follow it.
Yeah, he goes in the direction of it, in front of... I'm leaving her now. Did you get that? Did you get the direction she was going in?
The direction that the drone is moving in, that's what you're going to follow. In that direction. But you're going to keep on going until I direct you. So we can actually, Daniel, get higher if you want, because we know where these spots are.
See if we can see more.
We just want to see David's vehicle, because that'll help us to direct him in there.
Okay, if he's got the idea, I'm going to move back now. So he mustn't follow her.
Okay, now don't follow the drone. We're moving back to get a better picture of you, David.
Copy that, I'm standing by.
Is he on the road, or is he in...
He looks like he's still on the road. But the vehicle's very obvious to see because of its heat signature.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely see him when he comes along.
73.
You can see the dots.
David, are you still en route?
Yeah, it's an FM, I'm on the road.
Copy that. So those two spots are far apart, but sufficiently so to make me think it's not a herd. So maybe it's a lone wildebeest. There we go. That's what I think. One, and then a slightly one wildebeest at the top. I think slightly bigger spot. Towards the bottom, maybe a lone impala. You know, with the rut, maybe there's still a male that's feeling a bit territorial.
Where's he going to be coming from? From the bottom of the screen.
Remember, I don't have the map on this one, so
No, so if you're looking at the thermal,
yep.
so is he coming from the bottom of the screen or the top? Just so I can keep an eye on the road.
I think he should be coming from the. He should be coming from the bottom, I think. But let's just check with him. David, can you stand by at Quarantine Junction, Philemon's cut line, Philemon's dip? Sorry.
Copy that, moving there.
Okay, that'll make it easier for us.
19 minutes battery.
Okay, so there's his vehicle now.
Ready?
You can see on the ground. No.
So you won't be able to see him on the drone image just yet, everyone. We're just trying to get him to a position where we can direct him. Oh, the suspense for wanting his vehicle to come into the shot, isn't it great? Daniel, can we look at the road a little bit more? Because I'm not sure about our orientation. We're just having a quick look on the road, see if we can find David. There he is. All right. David, I need you to move, turn around, and then go straight.
The road directly behind it.
Yep.
Copy that.
So the road directly behind you, and then you're going to follow that down. I have eyes on you.
See what you can do.
There we go. All right, so David's on his way to figure out what that dot is. I said that I think it's an antelope, but we're gonna find out. I sent wildebeest. Now this is a tough drainage to get through, but we're gonna try, everyone. There's that spot again, coming up. Keep on going, keep on going. There we go. Okay, David, I need you to turn into that block to the west, to your right.
Copy that.
There he goes. You still have a little bit to drive, but the spot is in front of you. You're on the right line. Or at least he was.
Copy that. Moving through.
As you know, it's very difficult to navigate through the block because of all the trees and bushes he's got to go around. David, you need to turn a little bit more to your left. In fact, it's on your left now. Left now.
Copy that. So it's a thick bunch of trees here. I'm just going to loop around.
Copy that. Daniel, is it possible to fly the drone above the spot and look down on it? Okay. Okay, David, you got to keep on moving a little bit forward.
Copy. Moving forward.
The drone is actually going to be above that dot in a bit.
Copy.
So you want to follow that drone.
Other right. Then over to the right. Move that way. There you go.
Now I need you to turn a little bit to your right.
Look where the drone is.
Copy. Turning right.
Sorry, turning the other right, the left. Sorry, David.
Copy that. Turning my other right.
That spot center on the screen, huh?
Yep, the spot in the center of the screen is the one we're looking at. All right, you're in line with it. If you just keep on going straight.
I'm going to keep it here.
Obviously, he's got to navigate around those bushes and things. But he's getting really close now.
On his right.
Now it's going to be on your right in about a meter. So move forward. Now it's moving. Oh, it looks like it's an impala.
Sleeping in the grass. Copy that. Do we get a positive ID on it? That's an affirm. We got a positive ID of a young impala ram. Was lying down in the grass, so it would have been difficult to see what it was from above, but we were able to ID it, yes.
Copy that. All right, on to the next one.
Yeah, we've got battery in how many minutes?
Battery in about 5 minutes.
Welcome back to our exciting thermal drone evening safari. It's been quite interesting so far. Obviously a few technical glitches that we'll sort out, but that's par for the course when using new technology like this. So far it's been quite interesting. The thermal imagery is quite amazing. We haven't been able to spend too much time yet, but hopefully we will find a nocturnal animal soon. So far, only diurnal animals, but we don't want to disturb those, not at this time, because all they want to do now is sleep and rest and hide up. So hopefully we will soon spot the body heat signature of a nocturnal animal and then move in to identify it positively and see what it is. So that is the plan. The drone is busy flying a search pattern above us, and we are just awaiting their feedback. It's a beautiful evening out here. No longer full moon, it's starting to wane off, but still very bright. I could pretty much drive around without lights. You can see the bright light of the moon coming through there in the top left of the frame. If one spends some time out here without artificial light, your eyes adjust quite quickly. You can actually move through the bush without any artificial light when the moon is so full. What a stunning evening. The stars are beautiful and bright. The moon is shining. Not the greatest evening there for viewing stars. One normally wants to do that on a dark moon, but still the stars are phenomenal. They always are in this part of the world on a crisp, clear winter evening. Not a cloud in the sky. Just admiring all the constellations. You won't be able to see it in IR, but I'm lucky enough to be able to just sit here and listen. There's a good breeze blowing through here. You can see dust and insects moving. The drone has just had to land and do a quick battery change. Of course, battery life is limited, so just giving that a few moments and it'll be back up and searching in no time for those thermal body signatures.
Which way?
Our battery's got a fresh. Oh, our drone has got a fresh set of batteries. And now we're gonna check out. Now we're gonna check out another section of quarantine. So let's actually go behind us. So we're gonna check out an area that's kind of between us and Viatella access. We can see some vehicles there, but that's not the type of nocturnal creatures we're looking for. Awesome. So we're gonna get some really nice hotspots coming out over here. So let's turn more to the left.
What you need to left. Stand still.
Let's see if this be like an archer.
We're gonna look off to the left,
Jared's probably wondering what the hell because you can't see the light.
and then if we see any spot, I want the drone to go above it.
I'm just going straight now.
Yep. Perfect,
Down,
perfect, perfect.
You can just stick here because we move pretty quick.
Yeah. So that little corner there where that junction, that corner, I want to look at that corner nicely. The corner to the left.
Oh, to the left. So
Yeah.
Where's the one I was going to?
Yes.
Okay. So your left is my right. So that one.
Yep, that's the one.
46.
Let's put it
And then once we get over it, let's just be still and watch carefully. Alright, that's good. Let's look directly below us.
Okay, I'm leaving it like that.
And can we turn a little more to the left, as in just the camera?
Tell me when.
Okay, stop. There's something in the... It's kind of like the top
the
left,
road.
top right quadrant of your screen right now.
towards the road.
Yeah, towards that main road.
Oh dear. No, anyone who took on the camera.
All right, let's get David in. David.
Straight inside.
David?
David, can you get to Viatella Access Junction Quarantine?
Copy that, making my way there.
In the center of the screen.
Yep, in the center of the screen right now, but I'm actually going to pull away from this because I think it's a more Impala. And maybe two that are sitting together. So let's pull away from there now. But at least we get David in a nice area. Alright, can we do a 360 kind of view? Remember, our aim is to look for nocturnal creatures. We want to see things we won't ordinarily see. Oh, hang on there. And this tall tree that's at the bottom of the screen, on the first branch, there's what I think is something perched.
An owl.
Perhaps an owl. I'm gonna guess an owl. Let's send David in there to find out. He's making his way in that direction. That looks like a really tall apple leaf. Can we get above this apple leaf? But also, if it is an owl,
Charlotte, I'm approaching the junction. Have the drone in flight.
copy that. Follow the drone. The drone is in sight or in line with a big apple leaf, a really tall apple leaf.
Copy that.
At least it looks like a tall apple leaf. It's above it now.
Copy that. This is a large marula, but still impressive to identify trees from a drone. Animal signature. I'm below this large marula now.
Copy, we still can't see you. We're going to try and get a little closer to the drone. We know that this tree is quite large, so we can have a look around. And he just said he'd copy, and he's going to be below the drone. But what I was saying was that the tree is quite an obvious feature, so we can get higher to have a better look at how. Oh, there we go. All right, the tree is on your right.
And that is an apple leaf, Shoshana. I am thoroughly impressed. I'm below this apple leaf now.
Okay, copy. I saw a little spot in the apple leaf. I think it's an owl.
Copy that. Let me have a look. Do you still see that spot?
We do. If you travel up the apple leaf, it's on that first level of branches. It's about above you and to the right now. On your right. Actually, I think you've gone ahead of it now. Anything at all?
Having a good look. I don't see anything just yet, but of course it will be rather camouflaged at night. Let me move around to the other side.
Copy that, thank you. I hope that you all can see what I can see. If you look at that tall apple leaf, you look at the first arm, that's stretching out and turning left or pointing out the left. There's a bit of a bulge there. Now it did look, I must admit, clearer when I first noticed it, and now it's a little bit more tree-like, but that's what this is all about. Figuring out what we've got. Now I see two more little spots there at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to get David to check those out too. Those look quite small. They're not moving just yet. Any luck there, David?
Fortunately not yet. Let me just give it another go here.
No worries. I think if you were doing loops around that tree and it was an owl, it would have flown away by now. But there's two other spots I'm interested in. If you could move forward and to the left.
Copy that.
Now straight, and straighten up a little to your right. On your right, and stop. Do you see something on your right there? To me, they look like little scrub hairs.
So this is quite interesting. It's a vent to a termite mound. Maybe a microtermes. There's not a mound. There's just a little vent, a little hole.
Huh.
It's giving us some latent heat from below ground. How amazing that.
That's very cool.
On the thermal imagery. A little bit of a look into the underground of the termite world.
That is very cool. Copy that, David. Thank you. We're now going to move a little bit further east, or rather a little bit further south, so closer to where we're stationed.
Copy that.
If I see anything, I will call you in. Okay, well, you heard the plan. Oh, I see a spot almost in the center of the screen there. If we just go to the top, yeah, it's in the center of the screen now. Yep. David, I see another little spot that I'm interested in. I need you to turn left into the block now.
Copy that, turning left.
On his nose.
Okay, it's on your nose now. Straight forward, straight forward. Oop.
No, on his right.
Now on your right. You're passing it. Back just 1.5 meters. And on your right.
So once again, this is more termite activity. This is a large amount. Perhaps a macrotermes, one of the fungus farmings, and they are also getting off that latent heat. Perhaps one of the vents that is showing up there on the thermal imagery.
Cool, cool. Thank you. I should be able to guess a termite mound spot by now, I think. All right, let's keep on searching. I can see an impala there. We're not going to stop for that. The drone is now moving towards us. Oh, let's just go back there a moment. Because there's another 2 spots right there. We want to turn it a little bit.
Those spots.
Yep, those are the spots. Those are the spots. Let's go over. And it looks like it's another apple leaf tree. David, can I get you to follow the drone? I see 2 other spots near an apple leaf. That looks like an apple leaf. Can you see 4 of them?
No, it's
Copy that, we'll do that.
No worries. So there's 2 little spots there. We're gonna get right over it. Now the one at the top looked a little bigger than the one that's by the apple leaf. So we're going to try and figure out what it is.
on his right.
Alright, turn into the block to your right.
Copy, turning right.
See, even if we do recognize that... Oh, there we go, it's on the run, And to your left, it's on the run now, David. I'm guessing scrub here.
And I have it visual.
And it is a scrub hare.
I've only got one visual. There are
two bronze-winged coursers behind it. I wonder if that's not what you're seeing. Oh no, we do have a second one visual, so there's a pair of scrub hare. Most certainly nocturnal, and very well spotted on your part there by that thermal imagery. Well done.
The west.
copy, standing by.
So, Daniel, our drone pilot, I would like us to go southwest. As we wave goodbye to our scrub here there.
Okay, I'm going to have to get off now. I'm going to have to get off now. Okay, so have a look now if you want.
So the drone's quite close to us. I wonder if you could actually hear it.
So I wasn't using my torch there. I wasn't really using my torch.
So we're kind of doing all the corners as well as keeping an eye out in the central parts of quarantine. I would love to see a white-tailed mongoose. I've been seeing them on quarantine, so why shouldn't we find them? The most important thing here is to allow ourselves, and then you guys at home too, to make predictions about what we see and then send good old David in to see if we're correct.
It's a spot in the center. Center of the screen. Almost looks like a nest with something in the center of it.
I see what you see there. So you see impala in the left, right, a corner, and then in the center of your screen, what it looks like kind of a too large egg for a nest, but there's something in the center of it. All right, let's do it. Let's go see what it could be, although I doubt it'll be a nocturnal bird. It's probably a bird just roosting this evening. So maybe we'll leave that one. It is an interesting sight though. Center of your screen, everyone. We're moving. It's moving down your screen now as we keep on going. Lots more impala. Remember, we're not after impala. We really don't want to disturb any animals, and especially not any diurnal animals. I want to go a little bit more west, so more to your right. Yep. So southwest. Yep. Perfect. Now that is good. I think now, guys, I can identify a termite mound. If you see there's this little spot that's almost in the middle of your screen, I think that might be a termite mound. So we're going to avoid those now that we can recognize them.
Enough of those for them.
Yeah. Oh, that's a branch of a tree. Never mind. Lots more antelope creatures. from your position right now, Daniel,
Yes.
can you go off in a straight line to your right? Oh, that's us.
Happy?
If you yes.
Happy on that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a hotspot.
I see a hotspot there. It keeps putting its head down, so I'm going to say that's an impala or an antelope. I'm not actually terrible. No, that's an antelope. You can tell by the way they're walking. Perfect. Keep it going just that way. I'm gonna get, so the drone is quite far from David at the moment, so I'm gonna get him to get a little closer to the drone, just to make it easier when he does need to follow. Oh, never mind, it seems that he got the idea before me. Can we just maybe stop near those open portions, the purpley open portions, the cooler portions? Oh, I see something to the left there of the screen. I just want to stop and watch for a couple seconds. Not seeing any movement. Okay, let's keep on moving. As in that same line that you were.
There's something under that tree in front.
I see.
Got it?
Yes. So everyone's going to come up to the center of your screen very soon. Almost. There we go. There's a well-defined spot. Ooh. It's difficult to tell what that is. Well, it's Search&ID, so if we can't tell what it is, let's send David in. David.
Same for David.
Can you make your way towards the drone? We have a hot spot. I'm not actually thinking antelope. Hang on. Well, I mean, you go for it, but I'm going to think.
Copy that. I've got the drone visual about 300 meters to go.
Stick it over.
Yes, please. Get directly above it, and then we'll call David, or we'll let him know that you're right above it. It's not looking from left to right. I mean, it's not looking down and trying to eat. It's looking from left to right. I'm going to say it's a predator. David, the drone is right above it. I'm going to say it's a predator.
Oh, exciting. I'm almost there.
Daniel thinks it's a hyena, drone pilot. Oh, exciting.
You still got it there, huh?
Yep. So everyone, it's almost in the center of your screen. You'll see a spot that's slightly long. There we go. I mean, it's difficult to tell whether it's got its head down or not, but the way that it was moving its head from side to side. Made me think predator, but not stop moving in the way that it has. Well, I guess we'll just have to find out. So he's almost there. We can go a little bit higher to try and get David in the picture.
Okay, I'm nearly below the drone. Just need to work my way through some thick vegetation.
Copy that. We've just gotten a little higher so that we can see you come in.
We are in some very thick riverine stuff here, but hopefully I can get there.
Okay, copy that. So where David is going now is actually a drainage line. You can see it actually with the imagery. Can you see that it's slightly cooler? Okay. All right, so he's actually very close. There we go. We've got your visual. Keep on going straight if you can.
Okay, let's go left now. If you can.
Yep. There's a gap to your left if you can take that.
Oh, it's running. It's running.
A little bit more to your left and straight. Okay. So we need to change the battery for the drone in a bit. Hopefully we'll be able to get David to that animal. Now I can't see it.
I'm afraid I've pretty much reached the limit of where this vehicle can get to. Just about into the riverbed here. How far is it off from me?
I suspected so. David's on the other side. I think we might have to abandon this one if it's not going to get through if the vehicle's not going to get through that drainage safely.
Unfortunately not, no.
Okay, no worries. You can return back, or you can stand by on the road close by. We're going to need to change the battery.
Copy that.
So when you do a battery change, do they swap?
David, I'll come to you for an ad pod.
Okay, so he's returning now, at least to a spot where he's on the road, so he can easily move again. It is incredibly difficult to get out of a drainage at night. Very, very, very difficult. So very well done to him for managing to do that. Get into and hopefully get out of this drainage. How beautiful is that? As she comes back for the battery change.
David, come to you.
Well, welcome back to our very exciting bundu bashing. We try to get down into the riverine to have a look at a potential predator on the thermal imagery, but the bush was just a bit thick and it's a bit too steep there. We had to abandon, but onwards and upwards to the next exciting thermal imagery we might find. Just gonna have to bear with me while I slowly try and work my way out of here. I've nearly lost Morgan a couple times. Very thick in this section, but we are almost to the road. Here we go, Morgan. Cheers. Are you ready for the whiplash? I'm like a herd of elephants trying to get through here. There's a branch stuck on the camera. Oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to reverse. I got stuck on a silver cluster leaf. Now it's very stuck. Oh well. Very obstropulous branch. I hope you're enjoying this very exciting minute of trying to get unstuck of branches. That is bizarre, just like doesn't want to let go. I think I've got it. Nice view of the back of my head there. Okay, final push. Everyone hold thumbs. Hey, we nearly lost Morgan there. Sorry, brother. And we are out and free, and we're going to stand by here and wait for further instructions from the drone on this very exciting thermal imagery evening.
So we are back in action now. We have our batteries in our drone and we're ready to go. So we're now in a slightly more open part of quarantine where I'm hoping we can see some more spots that we find interesting. I was interested in that spot. It's in the center of the screen right now. But I see other spots around it. I just can't tell if it's part of the tree or it's other animals. I think it might actually be a herd animal. Can we get over above that animal, but obviously at a height that does not disturb the animal at all? You can see we're well above the trees. Oh. I thought it was looking at us for a moment.
That group there.
Yeah. There's just one that's off in the center now. I think that might be another antelope. Yeah, I think that might be another antelope. So we're going to move on and we're going to keep on flying away from us in that same direction. How about we just stop here and look down? Maybe there's some small creatures, like maybe a white-tailed mongoose.
Straight down.
Yeah. Or maybe away from that tree first. There we go. Let's take a moment here. Nothing obvious except that collection of what I'm sure are more termite vents. We're getting used to seeing them now. Okay, let's continue to move away from us as we were. but you want to go a little bit more, just a little to your right as you're moving away.
You happy?
Yep. Oh, a little more to your right and away from that. Yep, and straight ahead. It is nice and open there. Let's have a good look around here. So let's stop. And maybe do one of those 360 maneuvers.
Gonna catch the launch.
Okay, let's swing the other way. Oh, we're seeing our trees here. This is a particularly open part of quarantine there. So the trees are really standing out. Okay, I don't see anything. Let's continue to move straight away from us. Maybe a little over to our right, so we make sure we're... Perfect, yeah. A little away from us as opposed to the right, and it's a great spot to keep on going away from us. Looks like we're going a little bit to the right, so we need to just, like if we stop there and go straight away from us, straight down. Or straight south. Perfect, perfect. Wow, look at the trunk of that marula emerging at the top of the screen there. Stunning. So I want to go down that road. Ooh, that's a bright spot. Top left quadrant of the screen. It's gonna be in the middle soon. Okay, it's kind of, but now it looks a bit fuzzy, so it's probably vegetation. Yep. Animals will look well defined. Okay, following that road. Now I'd like to stop and just look for a bit. I don't see anything moving. Let's keep on going south as we were. Okay, we can stop here. We can go higher. Try and see if we see anything moving. Can you imagine seeing this spot we know nothing about? Some movement looking familiar, but we're not quite sure. That would be great. The great thing is we don't know for sure what it is until David comes in and confirms it. That's the exciting part. Oh, I don't see anything just yet. Still no sharp defined heat signatures to follow up on. Okay. We can bring the drone back towards us. Ooh, I can. I wonder if you can hear. So I'm just gonna pull my earpiece out for a moment. Let's bring the drone towards us. In a straight line from where she is and at that height. Because I can hear a predator. Now, if we could just stop around there. And if we can just tilt a little bit so that it's more directly down. Now, let's just... watch for a little here. Okay, let's move her. Move her straight towards us. I'm gonna get David to move in this direction too. David, can you move closer to base? David, do you copy? I seem to have lost David, everyone. I'm sure the drone will be able to find him though. I think he's heard my message, that's most important. I like the... Yeah. Let's get a little higher, and I actually want to look off into this portion here, so you want to turn her a little bit to her left. Oops, that was my radio, everyone. I see impala there. Let's just stop here. Can definitely see there's impala on the top there. I'm looking for that predatory movement because we all heard those hyenas. I mean, it's obviously nice, or that hyena, it's nice to see it on the drone. But what is best is to spot something and then ID it in reality after having a look on the drone. Ah, there we go. We've got David back, everyone. Hello, David. We wanted you to just return towards the drone.
Copy that. I'm about 100 meters to the south of it. Standing by here on quarantine.
Copy that, thank you. Now that spot that I was looking at, it looks like an impala to me, even though there's a collection of them on the top right. That one that's slightly away still looks like an impala. So we're going to leave that be, and we're going to move a little to the drone's left, or as we sometimes say, to the west. We just have a few minutes of this very exciting Search&ID left. Impalas.
That's a warning sign.
No. I wonder if you also could hear those impalas in the background, but it's just the rutting sounds. Let's just stop there for a moment and have a look around. Can we do a little bit of a look around with the camera there? I think that scrub hare find is the most exciting and exactly what we wanted to do, look for nocturnal creatures out here on quarantine. So this is an awesome experience, everyone. You know how I like a scrub hare? I always do. This was awesome. Search&ID, everyone. We got to find something on the drone, send David in, and figure out what it was. So thank you all for joining us. It was awesome.